Okay, so we're going to introduce you to our film thermometer. Yeah?
Wait a minute. Just say that one more time.
Thermometer.
Film thermometer.
Thermometer.
Okay. Where is it? Where is it?
It's over there. Ding! Every 3 films, we're just going to update you roughly on where the kind of range of 2017 is. Some of the films that we've seen this year: Hidden Figures.
Yes.
The Great Wall.
Yes.
And
Logan.
Yes.
Let us start off with the film that came out first this year for us was the Hidden Figures film. A true story, 3 black girls, or black ladies, sorry, working in NASA, but kind of sort of mediocre roles in the sort of secretarial sort of department.
Just back office roles.
Yeah. Not really being given a chance to progress because obviously segregation, and if you were black, you were held back. That's basically what it was about. But these 3 girls had, well...
They had their own skills,
They had their own skills. I mean, they were full of brains. They were...
really talented. They were talented at what they did. So one of them could count and was really, really good at numbers. Another one was good at sort of engineering and things like that. And it was just they were getting pulled back by their gender and by their race.
Yes. What about the third one?
I can't remember what.
That's how good she was.
No, she was managerial. She was very good at people. She was good at people management.
Yeah, she's the one who basically set up the IBM.
Yeah, yeah. And they wouldn't let her be a manager because they didn't want her to be.
Yeah.
But as for the film, everything about it was fantastic.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I was thinking, oh, do you know what? It's going to be one of those films where, all right, yeah, it is a true story and it's a great film, but is it, a great story, sorry, but is it going to be a great film? And you know what? It captured me right from the beginning, took me all the way through their journey, and it takes you up to the present day as well, right at the end of the film. And I've got to say, fantastic. Walked away with that with a big smile on my face. I gave it a 4. Yeah, a 4 out of 5. I think you gave it a 5.
Yeah, I gave it a 5. You gave it a 4. But again, I was surprised because, you know, Oscar-nominated films, sometimes there's so much hype about them that you think, oh, okay, here we go. But like you said, the storyline was fantastic. It was a long film, but it didn't feel long. You were engrossed the entire journey. It was great. So it went right up to the top of the thermometer, number 9, because what we're doing is we're adding our scores together. So 4 from Goss, 5 from me. That's hot. That's hot.
Hot like us.
Then we had The Great Wall.
Right, okay, so before we get into our scoring, let's explain the film. It is set around the Great Wall of China. Basically telling the story of why this wall was built, okay? And I've gone in there from the trailers quite excited about this film. To me, it did look like an epic. That's what I've got to say.
It did, but didn't I say, because I said at the beginning, before we went in, I said, you know what, I've got this feeling that it's going to be a bit cheesy. There's going to be something weird, because in one of the trailers, I saw just a flash of like reptilian something.
Basically, what you've got here is this great wall is designed to stop these aliens, or whatever they were, attacking
What were
China.
they?
I want to get into the fact that Matt Damon's accent in this film was ridiculous. I didn't have a clue if he was Spanish,
French,
he was Italian,
German.
exactly. Irish? Who knows?
Terrible.
The hairstyle, what was that about?
Terrible.
Exactly. And the whole concept of this film was brilliant, but executed really badly.
The worst thing was that the costumes, that it made the entire army of the Great Wall look like Power Rangers.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
So you had Power Rangers fighting in ancient China against aliens that looked like they were from Cloverfield.
Aliens that were so badly CGI'd. It's such a ridiculous story.
It's very, very rare that me and Goss will be on the same page and we'll agree entirely on how bad a film is.
Oh, yes.
Often I try to look at things objectively and I say, well, you know, for its genre, blah, 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 blah. No. This film is terrible.
Really bad.
Really bad. And
Really
that's
bad.
why it's 0 from me and a -1 from Goss. So that
Cold.
is sub-zero temperatures.
Oh, very cold.
Freezing.
Don't go and watch it. Don't even wait for it on DVD. Forget about it.
The final film that we'll talk about for 2017, just to give you an update on the film thermometer, is Logan.
First 2 Logan films, Wolverine films, terrible. Absolutely terrible. The first one, it could have been so good. The story of Wolverine, his brother.
Origins, wasn't it?
Yeah, could have been so good. It was just really badly put together. The second film started off promising.
Set in Japan.
Yeah, so good. You're just thinking, oh, okay, so we can see it's kind of the story of Wolverine in World War II, being captured by the Japanese. This looks really, really interesting. and then it just fell apart.
I even own it on DVD, and I don't remember. I think I've seen it once or twice.
That's going to show how bad it was, my friend.
Well, you know.
And then Logan's come along now. Okay, the third film. So the fact that Logan looks old and beaten up, I went to
Haggard. He looks
haggard. And this is a story that I was not expecting from, you know, this director and this film. I walked away from that film feeling sad, but also really, really happy.
It was emotional. It did.
It was emotional. And it got you in the, you know, it made you feel that
this feels.
Yeah, it was a great way to end the Logan story.
Well, the best thing about it, what I liked about it was raw and gritty, and it didn't come across too supernatural. There wasn't, because Wolverine's powers are physical anyway. Yeah. There wasn't loads of like ice and fire and magic flying around. It just felt like a guy.
It's like this ain't Harry Potter. It's not magic.
Well, no, but X-Men, the X-Men films, you've got all of this, you know, all this CGI and special effects, but you didn't really need that in this one. It was raw. It just had, you know, he was ripped apart. He was ripping people apart.
Yeah.
It was gory. There was swearing. You know, this was an
This
adult
is the thing.
film.
This is not a film you take your 8, 9, 10-year-old to see.
No.
This is for adults. This is how I've always said an X-Men film should be, because that is how these characters are. They're a little bit raw, they're a little bit rough around the edges, and I have to say, if you've not seen it, there's a lot of surprises in this film.
There is twists
Twists and surprises. I walked away from this film giving Logan
You gave it
a 5, a big fat 5. Where you gave it a?
I gave it a 4, and it was just there was just something. It wasn't quite the perfect film. I loved it. It was great. It was raw. It was gritty. But there was just something that wasn't quite there for me. So again, that's up there, 9, with Hidden Figures on the film thermometer.
Hot.
We're going to update you more every 3 or so reviews. We'll give you an update on where the thermometer is, and yeah, keep it here.
Hasta la vista, baby.